Hello everyone and welcome to the Ingles table. I'm Chef Carla Figaro and today we're going to make my creamy mushroom and spinach coconut rice. I got everything I need from my local Ingles, so let's get started. Don't forget that you can get things pre-sliced and pre-cut at Ingles, which makes putting your recipes together so easy. I went ahead and cooked off my rice already, so we're not going to have to worry about that, but I do want to show you a couple of techniques. To finish this dish off, I like to add pine nuts. You can also add walnuts if you like. And we're going to do a technique called dry toasting. And what that means is that you're just going to put it in the pan. You're not going to add any oil. And you're just going to watch it. You don't want your heat to be too high, and you really want to keep an eye on the nuts so that they don't burn or scorch. And while that's going on, I'm going to work on my garlic and my onions. So if you're not used to doing garlic, it's really simple to smash the garlic, peel the skin off, and then if you want to get a more intense flavor from this, instead of mincing it, what you can actually do is run the back of the blade of your knife across the garlic, and that's going to smash it into a paste. And that paste makes you get a more intensified flavor from your garlic. So just give me a couple more minutes and I'll come back and I'll show you my garlic that's already been smashed and my onions chopped and what the toasted nuts are gonna look like. So I went ahead and pulled my pine nuts, and this is what you want them to look like. They just have to have a nice little toast on them. You don't want them too brown because they'll have a very bitter taste to them. This just brings out the nuttiness and it makes them a little bit sweeter. And I've gone ahead and chopped my onion, smashed my garlic, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some coconut oil to my pan. And then you want to just add your onion and your garlic right in. You're going to cook those for maybe about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, and add your mushrooms right into that. What's beautiful about this dish is you can actually finish it off in one pan, so you don't have to have a kitchen full of dishes when you're doing it. And this is a meal all in itself because your mushrooms act as a protein as well. I'm going to go ahead and add my mushrooms. I've gotten those sliced from Ingles already. It cuts my work down. Now, with mushrooms, a lot of people don't enjoy mushrooms because if you don't know how to cook mushrooms properly, they have this kind of texture to them that can be unpleasant. So what you want to do when you cook your mushrooms is add some salt to them, and you want a mid to high heat depending on your stove. And you're going to cook them until all the liquid is gone. And what that's going to do is going to bring out that really meaty texture that mushrooms have. And you can be liberal with your salt. We're going to go ahead and let this cook down and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so if you can see these mushrooms, how they've started to form like a little bit of crust or a fond, that is what you're looking for. You want these to get a nice color on them. And this is what's going to put the majority of the flavor in the sauce. So what you're going to do now that it's at this point, is add your coconut milk. And you just want this coconut milk to cook down a bit so that that flavor really imparts into the coconut milk. And I'm just going to add the rest of our seasonings and we'll come back and finish this off. All right, so you guys can see that beautiful color that the coconut milk has gotten. It's the perfect time. You're going to go ahead and add your rice in. Add some nutritional yeast. And what you want to do with your spinach is you just want to tear it a little bit and add that in as well. And you're just going to let this come together, let the spinach wilt, and your dish is pretty much done. And as you know, mushrooms and spinach wilt down to nothing. You see how nice and creamy that is? It's a perfect bite. You have just enough sweetness from the coconut milk, the earthiness from the mushrooms and the spinach, and then this beautiful color. And then those pine nuts that we toasted off earlier, we're going to plate this and just sprinkle those on top, and your dish is done. Look how gorgeous that is. Now remember, don't forget to look at the website for this recipe. Thank you for picking up your copy of the Ingles Table magazine and for trying my recipe. This is my creamy mushroom spinach coconut rice. There are so many more great recipes to be found here on the website, so be sure to check them out, and I'll see you the next time.